Welcome to the Pirate Round, folks. I be Captain Turner. This be the Scarlet Raven, and this be Captain Skultopus. Today I be guest on their program here. We've already reviewed a few rums today, but I think we have another one we're going to take a look at today.
Yeah, look at that.
But before we do that, we always open every episode.
We do.
With a bit of a toast.
We do. Special toast here. This be our special Jamaican Mountain Red that we've got.
This be our special Pirate Round rum.
Yeah, Pirate Round rum. It's the excellent stuff.
It's be a mixture of the blood from the Spaniards and the French and the English and the Dutch that we've taken.
I
like to take the fruit and gain some of the blood.
Squeezed out from the natives and the swords. And we say, welcome to the Pirate Round, friends.
Pirate Round.
This special episode commences now.
Oh, that is good.
Deep and dark, that'd be good. Well, now, Captain Turner, you brought us that's a quite interesting bottle you found there. Look at that. It says, what does it say on that label?
It says Key West Raw and Unfiltered Rum.
Raw and unfiltered. Almost like the Pirate Round itself.
Raw and unfiltered.
And this be a nice crock bottle. Now, most of the bottles that you would have had on a pirate ship probably would have been of crock or a wooden keg.
Right. Something like that. Yeah.
If it'd be glass, it wouldn't be something nice like this.
No, it wouldn't.
It'd be fine crystal glass.
this be sitting in some nobles.
It might be something dark like this, but that would even be something very nice. Most often it would be in a crock.
Yeah. Look at that thing. Well, that's quite interesting. It's almost like a jug that the hillbillies would have when they'd be swilling back their lead-laced poison.
Is it poison?
It's got skull and crossbones. That'd be a bit of a hint of what's coming.
Oh, look out! Don't open near flame.
Handmade clay things.
Handmade clay things.
Walter Black's Greg's Skaggs. Those must be who will be making the pots.
Well, that's who would be making the
Walter Black Art. Gmail.com. WalterBlackStore.com.
Nice.
Killer Robot Studio.
Killer Robot Studio.
What in the world is that?
Though.
It sounds like another language.
That'd be another language. That'd be the name of the place that makes the bottle.
Okay.
You know what the robot is?
No, I have no idea.
A robot is those people that fight for the crown. You know, they're all robot. They do what they're told to do, and they just march around and do whatever they're told to do.
That's a robot. That's a robot here. The boy that rows the boat to shore.
That'd be the robot. Row boy.
That's
That's it. What do we say there on the other night when we were like, let's see this thing move? And that's the robot that rode quick.
Roll faster.
So, wow, look at that. Well, sealed in wax, too, which is always a good sign.
6 X's.
6 X's, not just 3.
That's not a Dos Ex.
Well, many a time.
Seis X's.
Seis X's. Boy, that's rough. You know,
or Zexes.
You know,
when Zexes.
When you take a turn about the town and you walk into a bar and they're like, X show, and you're like, oh, X show, that's pretty bad. And then you go next door and they're like, Dos X show, and you're like, oh, that's even rougher. And then you go on there like triple X behind these curtains, my friend. And then you go even farther and they're like, say sexy, and you're like, what in the world could possibly be say sexy?
Is that worth my doubloon or not?
Well, probably so, but could you ever unsee it again? Probably not.
I want to, I'll hide my eyes. I need a patch for both eyes.
Oh, scrub your eyes with bleach because you can't unsee the cis axis show. Well, putting that aside there, friends, perhaps we should go ahead and try some of this stuff.
Looks like they dip it in the wax even.
They'd be making many different rums at the Key West legal raw.
Now, Key West, I remember last time you were here, you brought us another from Key West.
Yeah,
wasn't it
Key West legal?
The bad bitch Maria.
That'd be the bad bitch Maria.
Are there illegal rums in Key West?
Any rum that was made in Key West in the last 100 years would be an illegal rum.
Illegal rum.
This would be the first legal rum distillery in Key West since Prohibition days.
Okay, well, you got to clarify that a bit because I'm not sure. The folks be known between legal and illegal there in Key West.
Right.
Not having been there myself, I couldn't
Prohibition is a time far past the time of piracy.
Aye, that'd be
Yeah.
true.
It ended in, I believe it was the 30s.
Yeah, in the
you had the
30s.
time of Al Capone, who
Yeah.
was kind of a land pirate of his own, but much
Yeah.
crueler and much
Quite
worse
a
than
land
you ever
pirate
been.
he was.
Aye.
Very dapper. Yeah.
But we not be that
So
type
this
of-
being an unfiltered rum, it's going to have a lot of interesting flavors.
Well, it's got a lot of interesting smells there. Boy,
Well,
it's complex.
almost got a vanilla smell
Oh,
to it.
vanilla,
Like,
fruit, wood.
you definitely smell the wood. It's got a
funky
small burn
Funk.
to the
There's a
nose.
funk to it, like gym socks.
It's got a nice dark color.
I like the color. It'd be a reddish
Oh, that's bright.
amber.
Yeah, it's like a reddish brown,
This
almost
is
like a fine
floaties.
Irish
They
whiskey,
say
Aye.
floaties.
like a bulgur.
A
Look at them
little
floaties.
floaties, little murkiness.
You see
It'd be
floaties
see
unfiltered.
creatures,
in there.
It'd be unfiltered
Well,
and
it's
raw.
raw. It's raw.
Just like the pirate round.
Yeah, the
Aye.
pirate round be raw and unfiltered. Yar har. Let's give her a
Yar
taste,
har.
folks. Oh. Wow, that's different.
It'd be different.
It's got a tingle on the tip of the tongue.
What is
It
that?
does
on
not
there?
have so much burn on the top of the palate, the back of
Whoa.
the throat, or
What's
or down
that
the
back
throat.
flavor? It tastes like wax.
Taste
Dirt.
No.
What is that on the back? Boy, that's unique. I've never tasted that before.
dusty wood. Maybe.
Dusty
No.
wood, like wormwood.
I know that taste.
Ashes. It's like ashes.
It's like coffee.
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 Like
there it
burnt
is,
coffee.
yes,
like
coffee.
burnt beans.
That's what it
Burnt
is. It's
coffee beans.
I don't partake of the coffee very much, except for maybe some meads.
No, you know what that
Um,
is? That's like gunpowder's going off in your mouth. That's what it tastes like. Like after the afterblast.
Now gunpowder. You know, a lot of times
Just
they
like
tasted,
cordite.
they tested alcohol.
Yeah,
with,
they
with
put
gunpowder.
some. They put
Gunpowder.
gunpowder
You
and light
wouldn't,
it
you
up.
wouldn't actually drink
To proof
it.
it.
It would be a way of testing the alcohol content.
To proof it, yeah.
Right, to proof
yeah,
it.
to proof it.
But you hear people say, "Oh, you know, I drink my gunpowder rum," and they don't actually drink the
Nah,
gunpowder.
you don't want to do
It's
that. No,
bad.
that would kill you.
If it'd be more than 50% water, it would not burn.
It wouldn't burn, wouldn't
when
blow.
wet on
And-
gunpowder.
And as the more it sets, you get a very strong caramel,
Right?
and it's got that coffee taste to it.
Yeah, coffee. A bit saltier than some rums.
Well, that's salty. Boy, I get that cordite, that cannon blast in there. That's strong.
Tastes like the ocean.
It's got a little bit of a
Me.
burn to the lips too when you touch the
Yeah.
lips, but it's not a bad.
No, I
No,
get
no, no.
I,
That is-
I
that
get
is
that.
good.
We just set off some fireworks taste. That's what I get.
Smoky.
Smoky, yeah, smoky.
That's my palate here. I should have brought some crackers.
Crackers. Polly wants crackers,
Biscuits,
don't you? Polly
some
buys
biscuits.
cracker.
The smoky coffee flavor kind of lingers a bit.
Yeah, it does linger. It lingers harsh. Not harsh, but strong. I mean, I've had harsh. I don't really know how to describe that.
It'd be different.
That's a pretty good rum.
That's different.
I like that.
That's unique. You know what? That's unique. We don't often get really tremendously unique rums here on the show, but that's quite unique.
Now,
It tastes a lot of brown sugar.
right now, those of you down in the
Like
Key area
sorghum.
probably are coming to it with this,
Right.
but those of us in the area of the country that we live in, this is not a rum that we would find around here.
We don't. No, we wouldn't find this here in the stores.
This is one that Captain Turner has brought up
He
from
brought
from
this up
his
here
visits.
with him when he came up from down
They
south.
do not ship this rum.
No, I would think so. I
That was
would.
good.
It would be special. He would keep it there in the
Oh,
back.
I almost need to make a visit down to Key West just
Yeah,
to stock up
try
on the
it out.
rums.
Yeah, just to see.
I
I
We
could
were the
see, going to see the old prophetess there at the end of the street. You know, her skin is darkest leather. Stepping into her parlor and saying, "Mammy, I wish to know my future." And Mammy would say, "Well, take a seat here. I've got some old black strap I've got to pour you." And she lights a candle on the skull. And the candle, it's the only illumination in the room. And ma'am, she passes you an old crocky mug full of this. It's a cracked mug. You can't even imagine persons would drink from it, but they would. And she would pour something out of a crock sealed in old blood red wax. And she'd say, "Have a sip of this, my son. But first I'd be telling your future, but you'd be having a sip of this first." And you say, "Yes, ma'am, I have me a sip." and you'd take a slug, and you'd see eternity.
I taste a lot of history.
Aye, a ton of it there.
That's good. I like that. It is a far different rum.
Very different.
Far different than a lot of the rums that we've tasted.
I would say a lot of flavor.
Yes.
Tons of it. A
and
complexity.
not so over the top that it just just knocks you off your seat. It's good. It's got a little bit of the burn, but it's good. It's very good.
Be 50 proof. That'd be a bit of a warm
40%
rum.
That's a
alcohol.
warm rum
80,
bite.
80 proof.
So 40%
Ooh,
alcohol.
40%.
Which is right at the
It's right at the border. God, can I see that keg there? Look at that thing. It's a work of art. It truly is, folks.
Aye, it'd be a beautiful bottle.
Key West raw and unfiltered rum, Distiller's Reserve.
Aye, they be having chef distilled. They call it. They make different rums with chef flavors like creme brulee and other fancy rums. But
Distilled and bottled by Chef Distilled Key West.
aye,
Look at that. Key West product at Key West, Florida.
Now, are they the same company that makes the
Of
Unreal?
course, it's got the Gel de
The
Rouge
bad
right
bitch.
there.
aye, they'd be the same one that makes the bad bitch rum. Key West Legal.
Which we tasted in another
we
visit.
did,
the
from
previous
Captain
episode.
John.
Aye, exactly. And they have the same. It'd be a similar crock bottle with a similar skull and crossbones on it.
That's good.
Aye.
Boy, it's interesting that we get this unique stuff here. The things that you can't get anywhere else.
We thank you, Captain Turner, for that.
Yeah, thanks, Captain Turner. You brought that up here. It's quite amazing. Folks, take a trip down to Key West and explore that beautiful city and try the different flavors and stuff that they've
It's
got.
full of history.
Full of
Aye, see
history.
the museums while you're there.
Yeah, see those museums. Have a taste of this and partake of the music and everything that
Go
they've
to
got
the
there.
docks. Enjoy the music festival.
So don't they have a big lighthouse there too?
They have a big lighthouse. Very, very nice tour at the lighthouse.
Yes.
And a festival every sunset.
Beautiful. We love that. The Sunset Festival.
So
What
what's
would we
that,
give
folks?
it?
Well, I'm going to give it in the higher marks, probably a 3.75, just because the complexity of it. It's got a heavy complexity. Now, it's almost kind of I can't think of the words to say. I don't want to give it too high. It's not the perfect rum. But just because of the complexity, I've got to give it the 3.75 Cannon Blast, because it's just so complex.
What do you say there, Captain Turner?
I don't want to give it a 4-star because I like a lot of rums that I would call a 4-star a little bit better.
Yeah.
I think 3 would be too low for this rum. It'd be a much more interesting rum than 3.
True.
3.5, 3. I'd be saying 3.5.
I think you'd be correct in saying that. For me, because of its history and its uniqueness, I got to give it above a 3. But I can't quite give it a 4 because it's got a little bit of a burn to it. And now the complex flavor is interesting, but I don't consider it so much of a social rum. I don't say, hey friends, let's pour out this whole bottle and talk
Just
about
sits
the
around
day.
on the beach. You probably would want to sit around on the beach drinking this, but
Well, because it is so unique, I think it's got more of a storyline behind it.
yes.
Yeah, so I got to give it about 3.5.
I would say it's a rum you really should try. And
Yes.
if you go to Key West to the legal rum distillery, you can sample the rum. You can try little samples of it. It'd be worth trying, at the very least.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And because of the beautiful crock bottle.
Crock alone
Yeah,
is
well,
just,
you know,
that
crock
also
bottle-
helps give it the...
The crock bottle costs extra. They do sell it in regular glass bottles as well.
Oh, well, I would get the crock.
Absolutely.
I definitely get the crock, and that's part of the reason I think I would give it a 3.75 is just because
Yeah.
the artistic value of this. If you appreciate art and the craftsmanship that went into that.
Oh, that's a true crock.
Nice.
It don't ring. That'd be dull sound. That's a true crock.
It's not a crock, it's a crock.
It's a crock. Well, folks, we hope you've enjoyed this rather unusual episode of the Pirate Round, episode 376.
If not all of our episodes aren't unusual.
Yeah, and raw and unfiltered
and I've got to
as they
say,
are.
we appreciate every one of you viewers who follow us, and we really appreciate the comments. So please, if you've got something to say, please say it. We appreciate it. We will follow up with you as soon as we can. If
Unlike
you follow
First Mate, who can't say much at all now. Can you, First Mate? No more comments have you got
two
there?
first mates. If you can't say nothing,
Don't say
you'll
nothing
end up
at
like
all,
this.
First Mate. Missing your lower jaw, are ya?
but we appreciate you. Go out there, stab the like and subscribe button. Please share us with all your friends. We greatly appreciate those of you who have spread the word. I think we're up over 150 on the crew, which
Well, that's
is
very
it's,
quick.
it's
It's amazing
still,
not to have 150.
it took us a while to get there, but we really appreciate those. The YouTuber site is a little bit lower, but we're gaining followers, and kind of our sister or brother site, Pirates Parlay. They do a lot more about gaming. Cornelius, Bonnie Butterscotch. We really appreciate you for what you do, and I appreciate following you on the games and such. And I know you've been following us, and we really appreciate it. And so you're hard to you.
Yar. Thank you so much, Bonnie Butter Panties.
Butterscotch.
We love you so much there. And we want to say now to all of you there,
And the captain there.
the Pirate Round, thank you so much for tuning in.
And don't ever let anybody push you
Don't
around.
let anybody grind you down. You be a pirate, folks.
Always be yourself.
Always be yourself. Always be true to yourself. And if you can't be anything other than that, well, be a pirate.
You got anything out there, Captain Turner?
Aye, be a pirate.
Be a
good.
Be a
Pirate.
pirate.
A good life.
Oh, and another quick advert before we hang up here. Before we sign off and get back to our duties.
Pirates never
is
want to hang.
The North Glen Pirate Fest in North Glen, Colorado is coming up in September.
True.
I believe it's September 20th is the Friday night party for the adults, the debauchery and the fun. And then-
NSFW, they say.
Right, and then the 21st, I believe, is the family day. We have cardboard boat races, which is quite fun. We have
It
great
is.
music. It's a good time. It's still learning a lot, but it's a great pirate fest.
I've been there 4 years now.
And we've been there 3, and we do plan on having the pirate round there, Captain Turner, and we may have some other special guests there.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, yar har.
Yarra.
Yarhar.
Swoosey.